This is INRVISION Season 2, Episode 2, and you're now rocking with your boy, Blaze the Rebel. Ha! Can I just get my shout outs out the way before we even get into it? Because it's important people that need to be acknowledged before everything. I want to shout out my parents, my mom, my dad. I want to shout out my sister. I want to shout out Keys, my boy Drock, and my boy Trey, and my boy Rashid Ingram. There you go. My name is Blaze the Rebel. I'm an MC in video production, director, editor. I call myself an MC because I feel like an MC does more as far as their artistry, how they interact with the crowd, the way they perform, their cadence, and I feel like I etch everything on that list. So when I first started rapping, I had to think of a simple name because people would butcher my real name all the time. So I'm like, I need something simple. So I thought of Blaze because, I would rap really fast and then, I was smoking a lot at the time too. So I felt like Blaze was too generic. So I added the Rebel on and then Blaze the Rebel was formed and that's how this guy is here now. My first project was called The Chase. I released that in 2016 and it pretty much was the epitome of what my lifestyle was at that point. I really felt like I was on the verge of a breakthrough in my career. I was having a lot of pivotal things happen and it represented me. It was the chase of me trying to figure out who I am, me chasing this dream, chasing this goal, chasing success. And it just felt like that young, wide-eyed kid and his perspective. And that's what I used that project for. If 14-year-old me could see me now, 11 years later, I'm sure he'd be geeking me because I'm really having my way. I'm not gonna lie. Like I wake up, I set my own schedule, I do what I love, I make my own money. I make money off of doing, what I really dreamt of doing, which is creating tough content for people, making music. If I was to say what I would base my success on, I would say, yeah, definitely intelligence played a big part, but I think it all boils down to mindset. Those two things aren't mutually exclusive, in my honest opinion. I'm a completionist on top of that. I love setting tasks and getting them done. I get a lot of satisfaction from getting things done. And I applied these same traits into every facet of what I wanted to do. I applied that to my music. I applied that to film. It's been working. It's been working. And one main thing I feel like plays a big role, and a lot of people may or may not believe in it, but it's manifestation. I speak on everything I want. And I don't just speak on it, I act on it. I make lists, I work backwards. I'm like, okay, I want this and I'm right here. What are all the steps in between? And I execute. Intelligence definitely plays a big role, but mindset even more important. My experience on Netflix was pretty bittersweet because that was my first experience with reality TV in front of the camera. And you start realizing how situations could be warped to look a certain way. But nevertheless, I'm super grateful for even being on that platform and having the opportunity to showcase my talents. I don't know, it still trips me out. Like, I can go on Netflix and see myself. I'm like, this is crazy. This is crazy. It was one of the most humbling but most thrilling moments of my life. And it's definitely done numbers for me because a lot of people knew me before, but this solidified me as a person that is definitely making strides for the state's behalf, and I'm super grateful to have had that opportunity. And I would do it again if given. I would definitely do it again because I love the camera. So, if I was to leave entrepreneurs, young creatives, any type of advice, I feel like it's important that you find yourself a partner. You cannot do this by yourself. I don't care to what level you plan on taking this. You are going to drive yourself crazy if you do not find somebody that could be your backbone and shares like-minded goals with you. If you do not find a partner, it's going to be really hard to steer that ship. Even if it isn't one partner, have a partner for every facet in your life. If a person could be multifaceted, that's even better, but you need a partner. I just dropped a song a couple weeks ago or like a month ago, I can't remember, called Ashes to Ashes, and that song hits near and dear to me. It was produced by my boy Liam. Shout out to Liam. Ashes to Ashes means a lot to me because it's actually the intro on my project called Sanford. And the relevance of Sanford is that is the name of the street that I actually started making music with my boys on. There was a senior citizen home on Sanford Ave and South Orange Ave that my boy used to live out of, and we would be labbing up in there, real homegrown. We was 14, 15, 16, just getting to it. And Ashes to Ashes was a song that pretty much painted the picture of what it was like as a kid, gearing up and getting ready to go to the studio, kicking it with my boys, getting food, where we were chilling and congregating. And the video really just embodies that whole thing. The location the bus I used to take to go there, the places I was walking past, the food I would get, the people the locals that are there. You just get the whole vibe, the whole energy. And it's kind of like a time capsule for me because I could look at that video 5-10 years from now and be like, damn, I remember that. And I'm always gonna have that to look back on. So yeah, check that out, Ashes to Ashes, featuring Jay Wonder. Shout out Jay Wonder too, there you go. Yeah. After the whole Netflix thing, right? Cardi B had said, you're going back to Jersey. So I ended up making some sweatshirts that said going back to Jersey, and they were well received. And I'm actually planning on re-releasing them soon. But it sparked Garden State Garments, and that is the clothing line that I am planning to use to educate people about New Jersey history in a fun and fashionable way as well. Yeah, Garden State Garments, get into it, man. Hopefully they plug it down here somewhere, and yeah, definitely gonna have more of that coming soon. I have like 5 more releases planned, so. I'm a young kid with big dreams. The world is my oyster, the sky's the limit. One thing is only just gonna be a stepping stone for the next thing I wanna do, because it's most likely to sprout other ideas in me. I'm multifaceted, and on top of that, I have multiple interests, and I wanna build on those interests as much as possible. I wanna start an exotic rental company with my brother. I already started doing video production. I wanna open a record label. I wanna open a restaurant. I wanna step into education so that way I could teach other entrepreneurs and other young creatives who wanna do what I do, how to do it, as well as the business side too, to make sure that they get their coin and their respect the way they need to. And honestly, I can go on for days what I want to do, but above all, I want to use the power and the influence I have to put other people in positions of power as well, because we're not going to get nowhere gatekeeping. I'm going to break the doors down and I'm going to let everybody in. So that's what I plan on doing. Just know I got big things coming, man. Big things coming. I'm only human. Some days I want to be like, I'm going to dial this back, because, I would go above and beyond for people. And like I said, I do this from a genuine place in my heart, but it sucks sometimes when you realize people take advantage and only come around when it's convenient for them and don't show you the same love back. And it makes you sometimes want to dial back and not give you this energy. But at the same time, I feel like I'm doing myself a disservice if I change my ways due to how other people treated me. I know I always want the best for people, and even though people may take advantage of me, I know deep down if I moved with genuine intent and I did all that I can for that person, I can't fault myself for being me. All I could do at this point is just really hope that they have my genuine interest at heart as well too, and just wish for the best. You don't be naive out here though. That's what I'm learning, not to be naive, but I'm not changing for nobody. I do want to say, don't think because you got the biggest and the newest toys on the block that you're making the latest content. If you don't have that up here, it don't make a difference. I could take a T3i and make some banging content. You can go get an Ari Alexa and shoot like you have a potato in your hand. Listen, I'm not gonna say no names, but some people have a red and be waving it around and it look like, what are you doing? And I see some people take a 6D from like 5, 6, 7 years ago and make some crazy content. Me and my partner for a while, we were kind of both doing the same thing because, we had no OGs in this. We learned everything from scratch, down to business structure, how to shoot, edit, what equipment to get, everything. And we learned that it's really important to have roles. And that's why I'm saying you can't do everything by yourself, because now at this point, I let my boy handle the bookings, inquiries, all logistical stuff. And I handle creative, execution, and making sure the vision comes out exactly how you see it. That way, nobody steps on anybody's toes and everything's seamless. At this point, it's like a conveyor belt. You do that and you systemize your stuff, your business is gonna run way smoother. I'm dead inspired by my friends and the people that's around me, my partners, the people I consider my brother, like the way they execute business, the way they handle their relationships, their personal relationships, how they go about their goals and their passions. I'm surrounded by passionate people, so to know that I have a community full of people like that is inspiration completely. I don't need to be the richest dude in the world, because after a certain threshold, I'm strictly a philanthropist. I don't need all this money. And if I have my life set up the way I need to, I'm good. So that's when I'm gonna know I'm done. When I have something sound to pass down and people around me are in a position to fend for themselves. So yeah, it's your boy, Blaze the Rebel. Follow me at Blaze the Rebel on Instagram. Tune in, check me out. Sanford on the way, and check out Ashes to Ashes. We out.